exercises in this paper. In part 1, questions from 1 to 6, you need to read 6 short emails, notices, signs, or text messages. There are 3 sentences next to each one. You have to choose the sentence that matches the meaning of the email, notice, sign, or text message. Here's an example. There's a bicycle for sale. It's a women's bicycle. It's small. It's not new because it's 11 years old, and it needs new tires. This is the tire. So you need to phone Debbie, and you have the telephone number. Now you need to read the sentences. Let's see the first one. The bicycle that's for sale was built for a child. Oh, you know, it's a women's bicycle, so that is not correct. Let's have a look at letter C. Debbie is selling the bike because she's too big for it now. It says that the bicycle is small, but it doesn't say that Debbie is too big for it now. Let's see this one. B. Some parts of the bicycle must be changed. We know that the bicycle needs new tires. So this is the correct one. Some tips. First, read the text. Then, read the 3 options. And finally, compare each option with the text. Here are the rest of the exercises. Now it's your turn. So go back to the exercise and answer the rest of the questions. Stop the video so you can have time to answer. In part 2, questions from 7 to 13, you will have to read 7 questions and then 3 short texts on the same topic. You have to match each question to one of the texts. Here's an example. On the left, you have the questions, and then you have the names of 3 people. Here are the other questions. This is the text about Amy, Flora, and Lisa. Let's have a look at the first question. Whose class learned about the garden competition from a TV program? Amy, Flora, or Louisa? Amy says that they won a competition and that they are going to make a TV film about it. But it's not that they have heard about the garden competition from a TV program. Flora says that her teacher heard about the school garden competition on TV. And Louisa is talking about butterflies in our garden and that they watched a TV program about these butterflies. So the answer in this case is B, Flora. Now it's your turn. Go back to the exercise and answer the rest of the questions. You may stop the video to have time to answer. In part 3, questions 14 to 18, there are 5 multiple choice questions with 3 options, A, B, and C. Here's an example. This is parts of the text. Starting at a new school. This is the rest of the text. Now we have the multiple choice questions from number 14 to number 18. So Anna Gray is talking about starting at a new school, and she says, I've just finished my first week at a new school and I'd like to tell you about it. Like other children in my country, I went to primary school until I was 11, and then I had to go to a different school for older children. I loved my primary school, but I was excited to move to a new school. So the first question is, how did Anna feel about moving to a new school? A, that she was worried about being with lots of older children. Worried means afraid. No, she was not afraid. C, pleased because she was bored at her primary school. Pleased means happy. But she was not bored. She loved her primary school. Letter B, happy about the idea of doing something different. Yes. She says, I was excited and was very happy to move to a new school. Now it's your turn. So go back to the exercise and answer the rest of the questions. In part 4, questions 19 to 24, you have to read a short text with 6 numbered spaces. You have to decide which of the 3 words provided belongs in each gap. This is the example. As you can see, you have some spaces to fill in, but you have the words here. So, here you have the first part. It talks about a hotel in the countryside. And the second sentence says, however, there is a big, and there you need to use the correct word. In this case, the correct one is difference. There is a big difference between this hotel and the rest of the hotels. You have to think about one that makes sense in the sentence. Now it's your turn, so go back to the exercise and answer the rest of the questions. In the last exercise, part 5, questions 25 to 30, you have to fill in 6 gaps in a text or texts using different words. 2 tips here. 1. Be careful with spelling. Spelling must be correct. And second, write only 1 word in each gap. Here's an example. Thank you, your mail. So, thank you for your email. Living in Canada sounds really great. I'm glad that you like. Try to think of a pronoun to complete number 25. Your new house. It's your turn. Go back to the exercise and answer the rest of the questions. Keep calm and keep practicing.